All right, yes, we are. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And we are back with a very special edition of the Hoosier Postgame Report, dude. This is just, I don't even know where to begin. It's amazing. It's awesome. The game's still going on. There's 4 minutes and 43 seconds left, but I really just need to begin it early because this is over. This is completely over. The game has been just a dominating performance. Dominating from start to finish, point A to point B, offense, defense, special teams. Everybody played their part. Everybody played a lot. So good. So good. I'm speechless with how good this performance was. And we want to welcome all that are actually joining this tonight. As this is a special night to be a Hoosier fan. And my goodness, let's see. Somebody wanted to join the live, so I'm going to let them. And so, yeah, this awesome performance tonight for the Indiana Hoosiers. And not only was this an incredible, here we go. Hey, this was an incredible night for the Indiana Hoosiers. Hey, what's going on? What do you have to say about this performance? So he's actually joining us live. Yeah, you're very welcome. We love sharing your screen, and not only that, but showing the audience what's really going on there right now at The Rock. Is it working? All right. The game's still going on right now as we speak. Yeah, I'm not surprised either. I'm really not surprised at all with this performance, too. Not only was this great, this was just a dominating performance, and now he's off the stream. We didn't know what all was happening with that. But, yeah, this was an absolutely amazing performance from start to finish by IU. Of course, the stats speak for themselves. Fernando Mendoza tonight was 21 to 23 for 267 yards and 5 touchdowns. And Luke Allmeyer had one of the worst performances today out of any quarterback that I've seen. It was honestly incredible seeing how that Hoosier D-line, let's see if that was the same request. That was the same request, but he was having some technical issues. But yeah, so Luke Allmeyer had, and that whole Illinois team just had awful team today. Awful. And not only was it awful, I would say that this was a terrible performance for a team that's ranked in the top 10 as the clock's still going. 3:59 left to go, 3:53 left to go now. Of course, talk about some other players throughout the game tonight. I would say Kobe Martin had a great game today, 2 touchdowns, 97 yards, 9 carries. And then they got Keelan Black, who had 89 yards, 10 carries, and, of course, 1 touchdown. Elijah Surratt, Omar Cooper Jr., and Riley Narakowski had a great game today, too. And they had, for Surratt, it was 92 yards, 9 receptions, 2 touchdowns. For Omar Cooper Jr., he had 78 yards, 6 receptions for 1 touchdown. And Riley Narakowski, I think they just got on another first down play. IU did, but we'll get back to Narakowski's stats. 43 yards, 1 reception, 43.0 yards rushed today, 1 touchdown. Roman Himby had 37 yards, 2 receptions. And E.J. Williams had 1 touchdown for 17 yards and 3 receptions. This was just a classic performance. A classic performance by the Hoosiers. And not only was that great and everything, it was just, I was just stunned with this performance too. Surprised is the word I can say. Because going into this, I didn't think that Indiana had any capability of being this competitive against Illinois. This was in my radar, but also not in my radar. If you watched this team a lot, I was kind of eerie about it, I was kind of weary about it. But then after a while, I just said, you know what, this is a great performance by the Hoosiers. This is just a classic. It's like watching the Pacers beat the crap out of the Cavs or watching the Knicks get blown out at home during a playoff series. It was incredible. It was awesome. And I loved it. And I loved this performance tonight. That looked about halfway packed there at The Rock from what I saw in the last video by Sanchez K0216. He was actually at the game, and his live wasn't working for some odd reason, and his phone was not working for some odd reason. I couldn't hear it because it was loud in the stadium. But I would say it looked about halfway packed. No one's left. No one's left. That's what surprises me. No one's left. During blowouts like this, they leave. We left when I was at IU. We left, except for that. Last year I was there. And after that, I had one semester where I was there at IU where we were just great. And everybody talked about IU football. That was in 2024. Then I eventually graduated the next semester. I've never seen anything like this, regardless of if I was a student or not. This is a dominating performance. We play against Illinois Southern Illinois against, or Western Illinois, or even Lincoln Trail Community College by the score. It's just amazing. I've never seen a performance like this against a top 10 team. Ever. And it's so refreshing to see Signetti be at the top again when everybody was putting him down all year. Illinois did all this talking, and if you're watching this on TikTok, you would understand. They're doing all this talking, and they wouldn't shut up about it. They wouldn't shut up about the Hoosiers because guess what? It's pretty simple. We win. It's pretty simple. We win. And that's all we do. We win. And this was just a beatdown of proportionate destruction. And this was just, I don't know, I was just, there's really no words to describe this blowout for sure. Like I said, Fernando Mendoza was great tonight, back on the players. Fernando was great, and I loved how he's playing. He's playing like an NFL QB in college. He's playing like it. He's there. He's awesome. And I would say he's amazing. Just amazing at playing the quarterback position, rolls out at the perfect time. He passes at the perfect time. He hits his routes at the perfect time. It's awesome, and it's really refreshing to see. Not only is that amazing for our team, we're also an amazing group of young men out here. Pat Coogan did great on one of the touchdown drives in the first half where we had our running back go all the way out. I think that was Keelan Black, and he ran all the way in for – actually, no, it was Roman Himby, and he ran all the way for a touchdown. It was an incredible, incredible play. And I thought this O-line was good last year. It's really good this year, too. Defense is great. Indiana's great, and I love it. I just love it. Love this performance tonight from start to finish. Special teams was great. Field goal kicker didn't even miss a kick. So, other than that, I'd say there was really not a lot of problems. Not a lot of problems. I'd say Illinois, back on them. This is embarrassing. For you, for your team, for your fan base, to sit through this tonight and get your butts whooped by Indiana, it's just despicable. No team should have to go through that. Not even one that couldn't succeed for years. And you couldn't succeed for years either. You've been whopped by Ohio State and Michigan, but boy, this one hurts. Stings like a hornet. Just stung you. This is awful by Illinois. They look gross. I would say there was one touchdown throughout the whole game, and it was caught by Colin Nick Dixon, number 17. He had 86 yards, 4 receptions with 1 touchdown. After that, you have Hudson Clement, 27 yards, 4 receptions, no touchdowns. Cole Rusk, 21 yards, 2 receptions, no touchdowns. Hank Beatty, 13 yards, 2 receptions, 0 yards. And now they got a third quarterback out here now, Grant Wilson, who I'm not for sure where he was from, but look at that, 301 rushing yards to Illinois' 2 rushing yards. Just incredible. And Malik Elzy had 6 yards for 1 reception. Tanner Arkin had 3 yards, 1 reception for Illinois. And Kalen Valentine, who had a bad game today, had -4 yards, 1 reception, no touchdowns or anything productive on the ground. And the game's wrapping up now, so we'll stay live and running. Indiana, a dominant performance from start to finish by the Hoosiers. And I think they're just going to let the clock out. Look at this. They almost they're almost the top scoring offense in all the FBS. And I'm not for sure if the fans are going to storm the field or not. That's, I don't think, going to probably happen just because of the severity of this win. But we're tied for second best offense in all of college football. And quite frankly, tonight we're national champions if this was the national championship game today. And Grant Wilson scrambles it all the way to the 23. He gets the knee. And listen to this. This is awesome. Just plain awesome. And as one comment says, Gary Cubby, 5-star, he said, it wasn't surprising. Maybe to some people it wasn't. But to me, I knew we had this in us. I just had no idea they were going to do this. Let's hear Signetti. You can tell that now some fans have left. The fans are absolutely ruckus right now. I cannot imagine being there. They're screaming out the door. Now fans are leaving. Yeah, that constant, amazing, dominant performance by the Indiana Hoosiers. Of course, there's other games going on right now as well. There's going to be the Michigan State game against USC, 11 p.m. That's late. That's terrible. Who would want to stay that late? But who would even want to stay up that late? It's just, man, that sucks for those at Michigan State. They have East Coast time just like we do. And I would say they should be getting a win tonight. But USC is way better than Michigan State, way better in some assets of the game. But, yeah, I don't know. The game's over now. Indiana wins 63-10. The final score in this one, an incredible performance. Hoosiers go 4-0. And now the Fighting Illini go 3-1 and will lose their number 9 ranking. Not only is that important because Illinois played like trash, but I will also say that it was just domination tonight. Just domination. I know I've said that a lot tonight, but just total and complete domination from start to finish. Offensive, defense. Special team-wise, I forgot to read some stats about the special teams. I was actually getting those up right now. In terms of team stats, 579 yards total offense, total yards, compared to Illinois' 161. In terms of passing yards, over 267 passing yards per 159 passing yards. And then for rushing, domination. This is unheard of. I mean, unheard of. 312 yards rushing, or two rushing yards by Illinois. Who would have thought? Man, 312 yards rushing by Indiana Hoosiers? Oh my God. I got to watch like Kent tonight. I got to watch Dan Dackett. That's going to be a treat. In terms of first downs, 31 first downs per Illinois' 9. We were 8 of 11 from third down efficiency. They were 1 of 10. We had a perfect fourth down efficiency, just had one try and did great. 2 punts compared to Illinois' 9. 2 penalties for 10 yards compared to Illinois' penalties for 4, which allowed for 23 yards. And time of possession, this is striking. Indiana had 39 minutes and 42 seconds of time possession compared to Illinois' 20 minutes and 18 seconds. Like I said, you don't expect that. You don't. You don't expect that with IU against a ranked top 10 team like this. This is just, I mean, you expect IU to be great now. We are dominant right now. Love it. But if you are a college football fan, your jaw has dropped to the floor tonight because you did not know, maybe the whole public didn't know, Indiana knew, we've known for a long time that our team was capable and able to do stuff. We were capable and able to perform like this. Even last year after you saw Nebraska, we kicked their butts behind last year. And we beat a team that was 25th in the coaches poll. And we ended up beating them 56-7. And at the time I was shocked. But this is different. This just feels different. This just feels like, I don't know. I really don't know. And look at this. Florida. Jane bumps up by Miami. It's time for Billy Napier to get out of here. It's time for Billy Napier to go, folks. Get out of Florida, Billy Napier. Goodbye. Miami's so dominant. We got some great teams besides Indiana. Miami's been good. Georgia Tech's been good. Ohio State and Penn State were good, of course. Texas has been looking better. A great team today was, of course, Notre Dame looked pretty good, even though they're now 1-2. They finally got a win, but they looked good. And if they can go 10-2 on the year, then they can probably compete for more spots later in the CFP. Maybe consider the fact that they might be able to get in as an 11 seed, but we'll wait and see that in about 3 or 4 weeks when it's October. It's currently September 20th, almost the 21st day of September. Can you believe that? Man. But Indiana tonight, if you're not from Bloomington and you're not from Indiana, you're shocked right now. You're probably floored. But if you're from Indiana, your jaws just dropped to the floor. Your jaw has dropped because you did not expect this. We could literally do this to anybody, any place, anywhere. We did it, and we finally did it. Penn State, Oregon, I don't think so. But this is just, we knew all week. It was like, yeah, it's Illinois. But I made an edit, and it worked. Indiana won. And for those seeing this on TikTok, quit all this yapping about Illinois. You did all that yapping this week. It was disgusting to see that because ILL was a big topic of the conversation on TikTok this week. ILL, which stands for I love losing. Illinois loves losing. That's what it means. And they completely lost their marbles tonight. But Indiana. I'll wrap this up here in just a little bit. Of course, college football is shocked. Indiana is celebrating. We are delighted. We're so good right now. We're very, very, very good right now. And there's nothing really to say other than the fact that, oh, yeah, we also went through the defense. In terms of punt returns, Jonathan Brady had 27 yards for 2 receptions. And for punting, Quinn Warren had 104 yards, 2 kicks, 2 times kicking the ball. 1 point the first half, which really changed the trajectory of the game. Besides D'Angelo Pond, missed block, which was punt block, which to me reminded me a lot of, I was going crazy in here. It reminded me a lot of Steve Leaston from the New Orleans Saints. That was awesome. I loved that. I loved that. That was the resurgence moment in IU football. Everybody thinks that we were just going to play against Big Ten teams and not do well. This was the first time ever we've been well, and we've been doing terrific. And I'm so proud of these guys. D'Angelo Pons made a big difference tonight on defense. He's such a great player. Loved him last year. He rolled out the big red carpet. He made sure that we were all delighted when he ever caught the ball and basically ran it to the end zone, because that's what he does best. He's perfect at it. Perfect. NFL teams will not be unashamed to select any Hoosier this year. D'Angelo Pons is one of the best out there. Miles Price, he looked a little off last week, and on Monday Night Football this week. But other than that, I mean, this was just awesome. Just an amazing, dominant performance by D'Angelo Pons. That punt block was what I'll remember probably forever. That'll be an ingrained moment in IU football. And that'll be used in reels. That will be used in montages, memes, whatever, to define the glory of Indiana football. And so, yeah, the other thing I wanted to say in terms of kicking, Nika Redicic was great. Just awesome tonight. And he kicked every single ball into the field goal, which was just into the uprights, which was just fantastic. Overall, everybody did great. If there was one person I really want to say that did great, it was Fernando and his brother Alberto, who helped instruct the offense tonight. But Kurt Signetti, shout out to you. He's just great. He's just great. And we love him. We love him here at Indiana and IU Nation. Alums, students, grad students, whatever, have appreciated what you have done for this university. You've changed our university for better and not for worse. And this is just an awesome performance tonight by the Indiana Hoosiers. And so as we wrap up, Miami's about to beat Florida. It looks to be right now 26-7. Because you know what? We kicked their butts 56-7. We kicked their butts 63-10. It's just been awesome all night. And I thank you, even if you we're going to watch this later. I thank you for watching this. We'll be back at it next week, I think. I think we're on an off week. No, we're not. We're not, actually. We play Iowa. I'm just kidding. We play Iowa. And we're going to beat them, I think. But I know Oregon's going to be tough. Michigan State's after that. That'll be easy. UCLA will be easy. Maryland will be easy. Maybe not easy as the experts think, but easy. Then the hardest game after that is 5 games from now, when they go on, or 6 games from now, when they go on the road to Penn State. That'll be a loss. We'll just say it now, but we'll speak more about that in the coming weeks. We thank you for watching. Go IU, and have a great night. And what a terrific win by the Indiana Hoosiers. A terrific win. Please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're watching that on YouTube, WBRA Braydyn 98.5 is the name of the channel. Subscribe to that. Comment down below. What did you like about tonight? What did you like about the Hoosiers tonight? And if you're watching this on TikTok, please follow me there. Made a great montage this week, and I'm hoping that you all enjoyed it because it was terrific. And I think one of the best montages I've ever made. It really helped because in Indiana really got on the feet and said, hey, we're going to beat you up, Illinois, tonight. We're going to beat you up. If you're watching us on Twitter, make sure to give me a follow as well. But if you're on YouTube, again, give me a comment, like, subscribe. And we thank you again for watching. And we thank you all for tuning in this whole season, watching me. This is the 4th time I've done this. But this has been terrific. It will also be live on the Lagodi Times later tomorrow, or tonight after the Colts games. Over tomorrow against the Titans, which will be live on that Bleed Bloody Blue after the game. That podcast can be found on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. This podcast will air on the Lagodi Times Podcast Network in the coming days, but we're still getting that podcast set up, working out right now. But thank you again for watching. Have a great night, and go Hoosiers. What a great win by the Hoosiers. Final score 63-10. And that's all I got to say. Go Hoosiers. Good night.